Desiree with theastrologyaddiction.com, and thank you so much for watching. Today's video is going to be on the midheaven in astrology. Now, you need to know your birth time to be able to calculate this angle in your chart. It is at the top of your chart and it's called the MC. So if you can look up your chart, you'll be able to find that. And this actually shows you your career path, your public image, how people see you, and even the potential for you to, be famous. So for your Cancer midheaven, a Cancer midheaven is going to be someone who does well in a profession in the medical field. They're definitely seen as being people who are very nurturing. Most people that I know who have this are either in some type of medical administration, a nurse, doctor, hospice care, elder care, in a nursing home or something like that, where they are able to really express that nurturing, energy that they have there at their career area. They can be seen as quite emotional by their coworkers, or even sometimes a little bit selfish and self-isolating, just because Cancer is the crab and it usually will retreat into itself if it is feeling cornered or scared or anything like that. So if the Cancer is in your career is being faced with some type of adversity or an argument or a fight, a lot of times they will want to go and regress for a little while and really mull through the situation and think about it, process their emotions before they can respond. They're not people who are super, chatty in the workplace or that really share a lot about themselves, unless it is something emotional, and if they do have that emotional connection with a coworker or their boss. Now, you definitely want to look at where their moon placement is to see more about their career path, because the moon does rule Cancer. So if they have their moon in a sign like Taurus, they will be someone who can rise to the top in career because they have the ability to stick with something through until the end. They have a real steadfast, loyal, hardworking, and reliable energy there. So they can be in the higher levels of administration in a medical profession, or really in whatever profession they choose. They just have more stability with it because Cancer is ruled by the moon. So if they are someone who maybe has their moon in Cancer and has a Cancer midheaven, they might be someone who is a little bit more up and down with their emotions, because our moon in our solar system moves very quickly, and so that will definitely affect the emotions of this person, and their emotions affect their career and affect their ability to work really hard and to stay consistent with things. If they are feeling emotionally great or depressed, that will definitely show in their work. Now, as far as fame, these people are definitely a little bit more self-isolated and self-contained, so a lot of times they don't love a lot of attention unless it's just recognition for the hard work that they've done. They are people who are usually a little bit more behind the scenes and that don't need to have that constant attention. So sometimes, fame isn't really something that they enjoy very much. But you would definitely want to see Jupiter or Venus with their moon, or even on the midheaven, to note some type of a fame, or even Neptune potentially on the midheaven or the ascendant, just because Neptune has to do with Hollywood and mystery and with a lot of the arts. So Venus and Neptune, or Jupiter in a really good aspect to their midheaven. You definitely don't really want to see Saturn or Mars with the moon. I think that would really restrict their self-expression and make them a lot more shy, so they probably wouldn't be able to put that out there for to be famous in some type of a way, unless it was for something that they are doing like behind the scenes that kind of comes about over a certain period of time. Now, for people that have a Pisces midheaven, these people are usually seen as being selfless people, protectors of their families, even sort of the savior archetype, that they are giving up something for their career. A lot of times they have to give up maybe a relationship that they have, or give up some type of a dream that they have for another dream that is their their real purpose and their real life ambition. So they can definitely be seen as people who are very caring and emotional, and sometimes people can see them as people that they can take advantage of easily if they know their like soft spots and their weak spots, because they do want to help others around them. They can be people who are religious or who are very spiritual and who follow that, you know, in their life. They definitely sacrifice things for other people. They want to help people. They want to protect people. They want to be some type of a healer a lot of times. They usually don't really know it in a certain way. They just come off as being very, you know, caring and people who are pretty easy to be around. So a lot of times I see these people owning their own businesses and companies just because they are very mutable, and so they change their direction a lot. They can be people who can't really stay focused on one thing, or who don't really like to take orders from people. Their boundaries are just not very, not very strict. So working in an environment with colleagues, you know, they can feel a little bit like sensitive, or like people don't understand them, or that they are, you know, being taken advantage of in some kind of a way. So they do really well when they are able to work for themselves in some type of way. They usually really appreciate and need that freedom to be creative and to have some flexibility in what they're doing every day, just to meet that need of not really being bound to something. You know, Pisces doesn't want to be restricted. It wants to merge, it wants to flow, it wants to do what it feels like doing. So their bosses and their colleagues can kind of feel like they're unable to really bring these people down to earth, or bring them down to, a grounded level place, because these people a lot of times live in their fantasy and in their dream world, and they want to pursue things when they get the feeling of action towards it. They don't want to be told what to do, or bossed around, or confined to a specific place or a box. You know, they want to have the freedom to go and do as they please. Now, definitely I could see people, having more fame with this aspect, just because the Pisces midheaven is ruled by Jupiter. So if you have a very well-placed Jupiter, or if you have Neptune with your Jupiter, then you can have some more positive benefits there. Or if you have Venus on the midheaven, or Venus with your Jupiter, that can definitely bring a lot more positivity there, and potential for great image and expansion in the image area, and expansion of people maybe finding out who you are, and that opportunity for fame, especially with Jupiter, since Jupiter expands everything that it touches. I usually like to see that, or Neptune even on the midheaven. Now, people with a Scorpio midheaven, Scorpio is a sign that people either love or they hate. They are either repulsed by you, or they are so entranced and intoxicated by, you know, who you are. So that can play out in the career. You know, you can work for one boss or in one company, and you do not get along with anyone. You know, you cause, you get in arguments or fights, or you don't see eye to eye with people that you work with or with your boss. And then you can move to a new profession and, you know, get along fabulously with your coworkers. It just depends. It depends right there. And a lot of times these people as well don't really like to answer to others or have a controlling boss. They like to be in control of what they do on a day-to-day basis. They like to be in creative control and have a decision of, what steps we're taking next and what we're doing today, and, what the plan is. Because Scorpio is ruled by Mars, so they are more of an aggressive sign. They take action. They are not people who, sit around and usually let life just happen to them. They are very resilient people, especially in career. They can go through, many different challenges in the career. They can be fired. They can lose their fame, or their image can be tarnished, and they can come back and, as the phoenix, and reemerge and, reinvent themselves. So there is a great opportunity for these people to be more famous, because Scorpio is definitely an attractive energy to a lot of people. I would definitely want to see like the North Node there, or Jupiter or Venus potentially on the midheaven, to bring some positivity and some expansion to that. You also want to make sure that their Mars is well placed. If they have a Mars, doing well and well aspected, it allows for them to, physically get what they want in their career a lot easier, and, move about in a way physically, taking their day-to-day steps towards their goals. you know, and it makes it more achievable when they have a well-placed Mars. These people can definitely also go through a lot of pain in their career and in their work life. Maybe they have some great, you know, benefits from career, but at the same time they can have a little bit of a struggle there. You know, maybe they didn't just get everything easy, or, you know, they've had to work really hard for what they've gotten and what they've achieved. So thank you guys so much for watching this video on the Midheaven, the MC in the birth chart. And if you are interested in booking a reading with me, my link is in the description box. Please like this video and comment your feedback, and please hit the bell notification so that you're notified whenever I post new content. Have a great day. Bye.